Hey Fit2Goers, it's Bill here. I wanted to talk to you about some of the benefits of sauna usage. I'm going to dive into some of the science, but I wanted to give you an overview of some of the benefits it can do for you. All right, let's talk sauna and longevity. There was a key study, a Finnish study, done for 21 years on 2,300 individuals. This study was published in the AMA and is pretty much the Rosetta Stone for all things sauna and sauna research. They found that if a person did 3 times a week for 20 minutes, they had a 24% less chance of dying of all-cause mortality. That means everything except, accidents, car accidents and nuts. And if it was 4 times a week, it was a 40% reduction. So it is dose dependent. The more you do it, the better it is. That's what they say on that. And for cardio issues, it's a 27 on the 3 times per week and a 50% on 4 or more times a week. So it really does cause some neat adaptations in the body as it applies to longevity. Now, it also showed that Alzheimer's was reduced by 50% on the 4 times per week for 20-minute folks. So these are some really interesting studies, and it was a pretty well-respected study that kind of shows that sauna does it. The question is how does it do it? All right, let's get into how the science actually explains how some of this happens. Naturally, there's a physiological response to heat. It increases the heart rate and stroke volume and cardiac output, so there's a direct benefit to your heart, much like exercise. And your core temperature raises, and it redistributes the blood in order to sweat throughout your body. So what that does is that causes vascular flexibility, which has things that improve your blood pressure, endothelial function, arterial compliance, and your left ventricle on your heart. So what it does is it kind of stretches out the vascular system, and over time, as this stretching occurs, your vascular system becomes more flexible and it lowers your blood pressure. All right, remember we're talking about stressors, short-term stressors. The big one that is caused by it is called heat shock protein. These proteins activate a FOXO3 gene to engage, which is associated with longevity, but it also causes a lot of neat things to happen. First and foremost, it helps with the folding of proteins. So as proteins through metabolic, just living life and metabolic things that happen in our lives and our cells start throwing out debris and getting old and used, well, the proteins misfold, and this causes lots of problems. Well, this helps restructure the protein and kind of keeps them in line. It prevents protein aggregation is what they call it. That's a very good thing for many neurodegenerative diseases and heart diseases. The other thing that it also slows muscular atrophy, which means that it protects the muscle, which is really good in strength training type of things. One other big reason that it helps with FOXO3 and heat shock proteins, they encourage autophagy. Now, we have sessient cells, and these sessient cells are kind of zombie cells, and they're not dead and they're not alive at the end of their life, and they kind of secrete all kinds of cytokines which cause inflammation and all kinds of bad things and can increase the chance of cancer and all these kind of nasty things. So the body normally does autophagy, which is to basically consume the cell and use it and break down its parts and use it for other things in your body. Well, the heat shock proteins basically turn on this FOXO3 and create all these good things. It helps with autophagy, it helps with metabolism, it helps the mitochondria. There are many, many benefits to these heat shock proteins. And that's basically the science that they're studying now on how it works for longevity and heart and diseases of aging. All right, so that kind of sums up some of the benefits of the sauna in a nutshell. Thank you for watching, Fit2Goers.